Afternoon greetings, the key officials of the Cebu Technological University Argao campus under the leadership of Dr. Pedrito C. Puntillas, the acting campus director. With him is the assistant campus director and the concurrent chairperson of the extension services, Dr. Teresita Cleopolda B. Cerile. And of course, the dynamic dean of the graduate school, Dr. Ariel Lucero Ramos. My afternoon greeting as well to my fellow chairperson of the graduate school, Dr. Suzette Teo Eliodora of the PhD TM, Dr. Maria Cristelina A. Montañez of the Dev Ed D, and Professor Ryan H. Teo of the MPA. To my fellow faculty members of the graduate school and members of the graduate school student organization, or the GRASO, or the bona fide members or students of the graduate school for this trimester of academic year 2020-2021. Again, welcome to the graduate school curriculum orientation and reorientation, at the same time, the organizational meeting. This is a history in the making event, since it's the first ever virtual meet and greet of the members of the GRASO, or the organization, and the members or the students of the graduate school. I would like to emphasize in my words of welcome the buzzwords like flexible learning, blended learning, online education or online learning, and modular instruction. These are the commonly heard words in the new normal academic setup. Thus, the Cebu Technological University takes the challenge to respond to altered circumstances or condition by providing the CTU learners with increased choice, convenience, and personalization to suit their needs. The Cebu Technological University provides learners with choices about where, when, and how learning occurs by using a range of technologies, not just a single learning management system, to support the teaching and learning process in the new normal academic setup. In this time of pandemic, we're beset by challenges. All the sectors, not just in the government, but even by private institutions. The students, the available devices to be used by our students in the synchronous and asynchronous classes, accomplishing of tasks for modules and for asynchronous classes among our students, the teachers' multifaceted tasks, the preparation of the modules, the distribution of the modules, the preparation and the conduct of synchronous and asynchronous classes, and checking of accomplished modules for our students. Even some groups of students are proposing for academic freeze, but we are left with no choice, but we have to continue education. I do not believe that we are in the same boat, but we are not in the same boat, but we are in the same storm. Why? Because our students and even teachers are not having the same socio-economic status. There are students who don't have laptop, who don't have smart TV at home, who don't have high-end gadgets and devices to be used for synchronous and asynchronous classes. That is why the school, the Department of Education, provides different modalities where students are convenient, where students can do or accomplish tasks and continue learning despite the challenges. In the Cebu Technological University Argao campus, we conducted survey on available devices for flexible learning, and only 1,672 of our students responded to this particular survey. 35 students out of 1,672 have no device to be used for synchronous classes. 202 with laptop, 34 students with PC or desktop computer, and 1,626 with Android phones, and only 22 have smart TV at home. Thus, in this particular inventory of devices for students, in the implementation of the Cebu Technological University Flexible Learning, 97.25% of our students are using Android phones in their synchronous and asynchronous classes for the new normal academic setup. In relation to this, internet connection availability goes to data connection in Android phones, which is 78.3%. 12.1% has a LAN connection, and the yellow part is for no personal internet connection. How is Cebu Technological University Argao so far in the implementation of flexible learning based on the perception of the students? Based on the students' perception, they 46% say good, 20% say best, 16.9% say better, and 15% say that it's a fair implementation of the flexible learning. In the challenges that we are encountering for the continuity of learning in the higher education and even in the graduate school, the Cebu Technological University has to prepare in the reconfiguration and the redesigning, re-engineering, and reimagining education that we want to offer to our students. It must be inclusive education. It must be inspiring education, and it must be innovative education. Whether we like it or not, we have to prepare. We have to do our part as teachers or as professors who will be delivering goods to these students in the new normal academic setup. In this crisis, we offer chances and we effect change of relearning and unlearning. Relearning those modalities, those strategies, those techniques which can still be used in the new normal academic setup, and unlearn those which are not anymore useful in this particular educational setup. That is why in the flexible learning implementation of the CTU, we have to reconfigure, we have to redesign, we have to re-engineer and reimagine. We are a university of innovation. We have to lead in the midst of ambiguity. We need to stay connected and be models of resiliency to our students. Let us help create a better normal. Not just a new normal, but a better normal. And that is a very good decision of you to continue learning through enrolling in graduate school. Let us make sure that this better normal we create as educators does not leave any student behind. Are we ready for the new normal? Again, as I mentioned, we are left with no choice, but we have to get ready for the new normal. And we are even implementing the strategies which started October 1 in Cebu Technological University and October 5 in the Department of Education. What is the curriculum in the new normal? Because we reconfigured, we redesigned, we re-engineered, and we reimagined. Online learning is not new. And the good side of this particular pandemic or health crisis is that we are forced to do online education, blended learning, or flexible learning. Online education is now an imperative for institutions like CTU. Online teaching and learning is going to be more regular, and teachers must be prepared to teach online. That is why some old teachers or retirable teachers, they opted for retirement because they think that they cannot cope with the demands of the new normal academic setup. Online learning is not new. What is new is that schools are embracing it as a vital to how the next generations of learners are going to be taught. And this is an initiation right for us in the 21st century education, because blended learning, flexible learning, online learning will be the trend. And we have to start now. And that is the very good, the good side of this particular pandemic. We use now open textbooks. There will be rise in the adoption of OER, or the open educational resources, as an inexpensive alternative to traditional textbooks. In the CTU, we are using Odilo as the digital library, at the same time the learning management system. So you can download in the Google Play Store or in the App Store, CTU Unlimited Learning. That is the OER, or the open educational resources, which will be used by OCTU students as an inexpensive alternative to traditional textbooks. Online education is now a priority. It becomes a core of every school strategic plan. It is acknowledged as core to every school strategic plan for institutional resilience and academic continuity. According to CNN Philippines, published on July 12th of 2020, these are the distance learning modalities in our country. The SLM, or the self-learning modules that require minimum intervention from teachers and parents. And that is one of the modalities implemented by the Department of Education. In CTU, it's online modular instruction. Online-based learning, or internet-based learning, where teachers and students will participate in an online discussion using platforms such as Facebook Messenger, the Microsoft Teams, the Zoom, the Google Classroom, and others. And the third is learning through television or radio, where students can listen or watch their teachers discuss the lessons. And these learning modalities are, I think, the modalities which are implemented by the Department of Education. But here in Cebu Technological University, we are using an online modular instruction and online-based learning. Being at this time is a huge challenge, especially that our task is to educate the learners, or the leaders of the future generation. Our role is to be models of resiliency and positivism. Do not start your day with negative vibes. Do not tell about negativity about the new normal academic setup. Learning must continue. We cannot stop because time is continuously moving amidst the pandemic. We need to have flexible plan for learning, a flexible educational planning in the new normal, where learning is continuous and no student is left behind. It is our task to ensure that there is academic continuity and that we are blessed and the anointed educators to win this battle. It is our task to emerge victorious together with our students. That is why you are enrolled in the graduate school of the Cebu Technological University, because we want to be good exemplars of resiliency and adaptability. Let us walk hand in hand and claim victory. I hope in this particular activity or event of the graduate school, we will be good exemplars of resiliency and adaptability in the new normal academic setup. To all the students of the graduate school, let us continue to be lovers of learning. Again, welcome to the graduate school curriculum orientation and reorientation and organizational meeting. Good day, everyone.